Next logical fallacy combination is when you combine the false dichotomy and the appeal to fear. By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about here, these are combinations of logically unsound, also known as fallacious arguments that people make that may have the right conclusion but the wrong structure. That's what a logical fallacy is. Let's talk about this one specifically. False dichotomy and appeal to fear. First of all, what is a false dichotomy? False dichotomy is when someone presents options to you as if there are only two options. It's also known as the false binary or the false dilemma. They present to you as if there are only a handful of options, a limited number that they control, and that you must pick amongst the ones that they offer you. That's not true, because there are a bunch of other options that they're not even giving you, and they give that to you as a way of controlling the conversation. You got to be very careful when people use this on you, because they use it all the time. The other one is the appeal to fear. It was a very simple one. All of you could probably understand that if you don't do this thing, this terrible thing is going to happen. Or if you don't take the jab, you're going to kill grandma. All right, that's an appeal to fear. All of you have seen that and experienced it if you're over 5 years old, and you know exactly what I mean. So, for example, if somebody says, hey, either you support this new law that we're trying to pass, or you just want chaos and destruction in the streets. That is a combination of a false dichotomy and an appeal to fear. Where's the false dichotomy here? The false dichotomy is that I'm only giving you two options. Support the law, or you want chaos in the streets, as if those are the only two choices. All right, those are not the only two choices. There are a million other choices that are not being presented. That's the false dichotomy. The appeal to fear is that if you don't do the thing that I want you to do, and I'm only giving you two options, then some terrible thing is going to happen that you probably don't want, which is chaos in the streets. This is a classic combination of giving people limited options and then appealing to their fear at the same time. You want to see this in action, all you got to do is go listen to a politician talk. They do this all day, every day. It is in their bones to do this. If you're going to be in politics, any of you want to be in politics, you better get good at doing this, and you better get good at catching your opponents doing it, because this is the entire game of being in politics. You are falsely presenting things to people in order to control them via their emotions with limited options, so that they feel like you have all the answers, and the whole time you're just lying for a living. Whole different conversation for a different day. However, you want to get better at pointing out logical fallacies, whether it's a politician on either side of the political aisle, or you want to get better at pointing out the bullshit of people you talk to every day, whether in person or on the internet, and or you want to get better at making sure you're not using any of this nonsense in your conversations, because you might come across a person like me who will call you out on your nonsense. Go to the link in my profile, work with me directly, have me as your direct coach, and let's sharpen your communication, which is not just about what you say, it's also about how you interpret what other people say. Work on your game.